Dr. Meg, let me ask you, why is it so important for breeders to have waiting lists?
That's a great question, Tony, and it's something that seems to confuse a lot of breeders. They're not sure how they would possibly manage it. So instead of having a waiting list, they find themselves selling on the fly. Mm-hmm. So they have a litter and then they don't have any buyers waiting, and it's a source of great anxiety to them. In fact, a lot of sleepless nights because they've got these puppies and they're under the pump. They're under a time pressure to get these babies sold by the time they're 8 weeks old. If after that, they're a lot harder to sell. So it causes a lot of anxiety for buyers, and that's why I believe it's a really good idea to keep a waiting list. And what happens as a breeder all too often is if you have more than a couple of bitches, then they'll all come on heat at the same time. If you don't have a waiting list, you'll often hold back a couple of bitches from breeding just in case you can't sell that many puppies at the one time. So you can see it's a serious issue for breeders, and that's why it's really important to keep a waiting list.
Are you ever perceived, or someone is not perceived as professional as the others if you don't have a waiting list? Like it's almost like if you walk into a restaurant and there's no one in the restaurant, as opposed to, there's a waiting list. How is that perceived?
Yeah, I do believe in my experience that having a long waiting list is something that the high end of the market really respects. There's two different kinds of buyers. There's people who want instant gratification. They decide they want a puppy. They want it yesterday. They want it as cheaply as they can, and there's no way those people are going to go on a waiting list. They're not discerning. But at the top end of the market, they're extremely discerning. And these people want to find the right puppy. They want to make the right choice. They want to deal with the right breeder. They want to feel really confident about the puppy they're getting. And once they find that breeder, they will stick with that breeder. They will wait as long as it's necessary. At the moment, my waiting list is 18 months long, and people are joining still. It's amazing, right? They are willing to wait, even though they could get a puppy somewhere else next week. They would rather wait and pay top price for one of my pups.
People want to pay for quality, number one, and it's also a testament to the type of work that you do and your quality.
Yeah, and, people want a happy ending. They want a happy outcome, and they want to have a good experience.
Every time I talk to you, Dr. Meg, the integrity and just, what you know on how to do it. You have to navigate these waters, and to be able to have it with somebody who obviously knows what they're doing. Again, I want to thank you for joining us. Dr. Meg, again, is a veterinarian, and she is a breeder marketing coach. She's the founder of Elite Breeder Formula. She has a free master class that you actually can go online, take a look at everything. It'll answer a lot of your questions, and she will be able to you'll have an opportunity to be able to actually even speak with her. Again, go to elitebreederformula.com. It's elitebreederformula.com. Dr. Meg, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us, and it's always a pleasure.